Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Saturday morning. Just got done messing around the tank a little bit. I usually turn the lights on a little early on Saturdays so I can enjoy it a little bit more. Today I just wanted to talk about the circulation of flow in my tank and how I distribute the c02 throughout the tank without using a c02 reactor. Um, so it took me a little while to get this down, but for this tank, it's a 6-foot tank, so having one diffuser is kind of challenging to get the CO2 to be evenly distributed in the tank. And so what I did was I bought a CO2 reactor and went to go hook it up, and just, I don't know, I kind of lost interest in trying to figure it out. I had it plumbed into my canister filter, and I had a hard time trying to get enough power, or it was too much power, or the reactor was leaking, and I just didn't feel safe about, keeping that sort of a piece of equipment on my tank and not being home all day if something happened and drain the whole tank. So come too far for that. So I'm just, basically I just stuck with the generic, CO2 diffuser, which I'll show you right now. Just your generic glass diffuser. And like I said, the problem was trying to get the gas to evenly distribute through the tank. Otherwise, it would go straight up and just right out the top of the tank. So if you can look here closely, you can see how I kind of got it going to the left here. You can see the bubbles, and that was my goal, is to try to get it to go throughout the tank. And you see it's starting to rise right here. But what I did was I put in a circulation pump, power head, and as you can see, it picks it up here and blows it pretty effectively. You can see it's still going if you look really closely. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but it does make it pretty much to the other side of the tank. And the way that I achieve that is I put my power heads, if you look at those bubbles in the back, and you can see how they're just going right. There's a pretty good current going here, and it's running right over to that power head that I was just showing you. Well, the way it's designed to work is it's a big circle, so it comes in, my returns are both, one's here and it's shooting all the way left, and the same with this one. There's one right there, it's shooting the same way, so I'm getting a circulation effect along the back that comes and cuts across. You can watch the bubbles, and it hits the power head, and then it shoots all the way down the tank. So that's how I achieve the CO2 flow in this tank, and it seems to be working out pretty good so far. I'm gonna keep updates coming, and I'll do another video here soon, a couple weeks, and see if we can notice any differences. But the plants are growing like crazy. If you look at that sword in the middle, that thing's about 1 inch or 2 from the top. That thing's growing like crazy, and the jungle val is already at the top, bending over. And then there's this lace plant again that's doing awesome. It's looking real good. Not growing super fast, but I'm not sure that is a fast grower. But it is super green and looking real nice. So anyway, and so at the end of my videos, I'm going to start including a little tip. And today's tip is, when you're propagating your plants, an easy way to do that. You've seen these at like Walmart, whatever, you can get them there for drying your dishes. If you just, excuse me for one sec, pop this apart, you've got the bottom tray here. It's got a little slot in the back. Just set that right up on top of your tank, and when you get your plants, sorry, I know it's hard to see, but anyway, when you get your plants, you can just do it right up here, and your water will run right out back into your tank. Super easy way to do it. So anyway, thanks guys. Have a good rest of your weekend.